after Assam, we are going to talk about the other election. But let me straight away go to Digjyoti Lakha. Digjyoti, what is making this election different? Is it all about Hemanta or is it about BJP? Can you unmute yourself, Digjyoti?
Uh, the, the most important interesting thing in this election, we have seen this time we have found this election issue-less election because we have seen the government, present ruling government under the regime of Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, they are talking about development and some other core issues that has always been talking about BJP in last 10 years. While the Congress-led opposition, initially they are not united, but just declaration of code of conduct, declaration of election days and all those, the Congress, their side with Rajor Dol, and although they have already electoral alliance with Assam Jatiyo Porishad and left groups, so they tried last moment as a to contest this election as united. But the strategy uh, they have adopted throughout the state, it's only through social media and only through giving same kind of statement. And the Congress, they tried to reunite, regain their status by giving a slogan, Notun Bor Assam, Notun Bor Assam, means a greater new Assam. But uh, they are not able to approach the common voter throughout the state if we analyze this properly and where uh, they mostly
Digjyoti,
consolidate themselves in the
Dig,
minority area. Yes.
Digjyoti, you're calling it a issueless election. I'm joined by Brijesh Pandey, News9's input editor. Brijesh, Digjyoti is saying this is an issueless election in Assam.
I would, no, if I don't agree with him 100%, then, but I still feel that, he has a great merit in what he's saying. The point is that if you look at the election, the election has been dominated by, or rather being done in a way where, you are literally searching for issues which can help you or become that particular issue which can help you, win this particular election. If you look at the campaigning style of the Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma, from Mia Muslims, his team putting out a video where he's seen targeting a Muslim guy, and then, it was immediately taken down after a lot of, protests and all, a lot of criticism. Then again, there was this thing that, you should start troubling Muslims, Mia Muslims, and, if they want 3, give them 2 rupees. So there was a proper intent to communalize the
But in the Mia
election.
Muslim, there is also a Mama, na?
No, Mama is there, but Mama is trying to, borrow a leaf from Shivraj Singh Chauhan. So there are too many people, too many politicians now who want to become a Mama.
Okay.
Ever since he has aced the Mama angle.
So the Mama is the ace card. Before before we discuss the by-elections in Karnataka, the elections in Kerala, Puducherry, let me play out a bite of leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi.
असम के भाइयों और बहनों को नमस्कार। ये चुनाव सिर्फ सरकार बदलने का चुनाव नहीं है। ये हिंसा, नफरत और भ्रष्टाचार को मिटाने का चुनाव है। असम के चीफ मिनिस्टर हिंदुस्तान के सबसे भ्रष्ट चीफ मिनिस्टर हैं। उन्होंने भ्रष्टाचार की सारी सीमाएं तोड़ दी हैं। ये बात पूरी असम जानता है। असम का बच्चा इस बात को गहराई से समझता है। कांग्रेस पार्टी आपको गारंटी देने जा रही है। सबसे पहले गारंटी, 100 दिन के अंदर जुबिन गर्ग और उनके परिवार को हम न्याय दिलवाएंगे। दूसरी गारंटी, असम को एक नया हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सिस्टम, जिसके माध्यम से हर परिवार को 25 लाख रुपए स्वास्थ्य के लिए, इलाज के लिए मिलेंगे। जो हमारे सीनियर सिटीजन्स हैं, उनके लिए हम एक नई मिनिस्ट्री बना रहे हैं और हर महीने उनको 1250 रुपए पेंशन में दिलवाएंगे। जो महिलाएं हैं, उनको अनकंडीशनल बैंक अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर, कैश ट्रांसफर, और 50,000 रुपए नया बिजनेस चालू करने के लिए सरकार देगी। और 10 लाख लोगों को हम परमानेंट पट्टा, मियादी पट्टा देने जा रहे हैं। आपके चीफ मिनिस्टर आपसे जमीन छीनते हैं, हम आपको जमीन का अधिकार देंगे। हमारे कैंडिडेट्स को आप समर्थन दीजिए, हर कैंडिडेट को जिताइए और कांग्रेस पार्टी की गठबंधन की सरकार असम में लाइए। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
So the guarantees are at the heart of every election. Now let's talk about Kerala. Kerala votes across 145 assembly seats in high stakes triangular contest. The left Democratic Front is aiming for a rare third straight term. The United Democratic Front is pushing for a comeback, and the NDA is looking to convert its vote share into seats with welfare, development and identity all in play, one of India's most politically aware electorate. As Kerala votes, here is where the battle stood in 2021. The left Democratic Front won a dominant 94 out of 140 seats with over 41% vote share, breaking the state's pattern for alternating governments. The UDF finished with 40 seats while the NDA drew a blank, despite a notable vote share. The key question now is whether Kerala repeats or resets. Kerala has a long history of alternating power, and the 2016 verdict reflected that trend. The left Democratic Front returned to power with 91 seats and over 43% vote share, while the Congress-led UDF was pushed to 47 seats. BJP-led NDA opened its account for the first time with 1 seat, making a small but significant entry into Kerala Assembly politics. The election is not just about leadership, it's a direct clash of competing welfare and development models. From cash transfers and pensions to healthcare guarantees and job creation, all three fronts have gone aggressive in their promises. The UDF is pitching direct income support and expanded welfare. The LDF is doubling down on its governance and public delivery model, while the NDA is pushing a mix of central schemes, infrastructure and targeted benefits from Sabarimala to social security. This manifesto battle reflects three very different futures for Kerala's future. The ruling left enters this election with confidence but also with challenges. CM Pinarayi Vijayan's leadership, a strong cadre network and an established welfare delivery system remains its biggest strengths. However, after 2 consecutive terms, anti-incumbency and concerns over leadership depth could weigh it down. With a divided opposition, the LDF sees opportunity, but issues like Sabarimala, minority sentiment and the BJP's growing Hindu consolidation remains a threat. For the Congress, the election is about reclaiming lost ground. The alliance is counting on minority consolidation, strong pockets in central Kerala and momentum from local body elections, but internal groupism in the absence of towering statewide leader remains critical concern. If anti-incumbency peaks, the UDF stands to gain, but a split in opposition votes and the LDF's organizational strength could once again challenge its path to power. The BJP-led NDA may not have won a single seat in 2021, but it enters the election with renewed ambition. Its vote shares have risen steadily, and recent breakthrough in Lok Sabha win to key civic gains have boosted confidence. However, the weak cadre strength compared to the CPM and limited reach among minorities continue to hold it back. In a triangular contest, the NDA's biggest opportunity lies in vote splits. But the real test is whether it can finally convert votes into seats. To understand Kerala's politics, you have to understand its demographics, because numbers directly shape narratives. With a literacy rate above 96% and a high sex ratio, Kerala electorate is among the most politically aware in the country. Religious composition plays a crucial role, with the Hindu forming the majority, but Muslims and Christians together influencing a significant number of constituencies. In fact, nearly 1/3 of the seats are heavily influenced by minority voters, marking coalition arithmetic in a different way. They can make and unmake the elections in constituencies of concern. Even as Kerala voters today, a major controversy is casting a shadow over the electoral process. A sudden drop of over 3 lakh votes in the revised rolls have triggered a political storm with shared concerns. There are sharp variations reported across constituencies. From Thiruvananthapuram to Thrissur, several high-profile seats have seen significant declines, raising serious questions about voter elections and electoral transparency. With many of these constituencies politically crucial, this issue could have a direct impact on the final outcome. On the other hand, Pondicherry is voting 30 seats context where electoral pattern and governance issues will play a decisive role. The Union Territory has not re-elected a government since 2006. Making anti-incumbency a key factor once again. NDA is seeking a second term led by N. Rangaswamy, while the Congress-DMK alliance is attempting a comeback. The entry of Vijay's TVK adds a new variable, especially in urban pockets and among younger voters. Key issues include statehood demand, administrative power, unemployment, local governance. In 2016, UPA formed the government with 17 out of 30 seats and around 42% of the vote. The NDA secured 7 seats with 28% votes. The result reflected a clear mandate for the UPA, with NDA positioned as the secondary force in assembly. In 21, NDA moved ahead to win 16 seats with over 44% votes, while UPA was reduced to 8 seats with 36% votes. This marked a shift in voter preference and resulted in formation of the NDA government in Union Territory. The demand for full statehood remains a central issue, and the elected government having limited administrative power under union territory status remains a talking point.